Welcome back to the Girls Wanna Know.
Hey!
What do the girls want to know today? The girls want to know what self-sabotaging patterns you want to break. We're going to talk about our self-sabotaging patterns. You can comment your self-sabotaging patterns. If you don't know what a pattern is, as far as like what the self-sabotage is, notice every time you like get to a certain place in your life, what you do and how it's keeping you from getting to your goals.
Ooh, okay, that's what it
Yes,
is. Because I was like, is it a
that's what it
toxic
is.
trait or is it a...
It's not a trait. It's something that keeps you from getting to your goals that you keep repeating.
Okay.
And it's kind of like a thing that's preventing you from getting to that next level.
Okay, I got.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I get it.
You get it? Okay.
Yeah. At first, I was about to be like, I need a lot of...
While we sitting in the chair.
Right. At first, I was like, wait, I couldn't... That's my problem. I was like, I didn't comprehend it. I was like, is it toxic trait or... Okay, I definitely...
honestly,
I'm tapped in.
Day. I got nail glue on my lip right now, so it's fine.
It's been a day.
It's
It has
okay.
been a day.
Yes. So
what has your day been like? Tell us. It's just Monday.
It's just Monday. I'm having a hard time.
I love the hands on head, stressed out. It's like an Advil commercial.
It's a real, literally, I could use some Advil right now, but I also have just had a very rough week. I worked 65 hours last week.
Okay. Ooh, you was grinding.
Yeah. And I'm very tired, but I also am struggling through some very dark-sided OCD things. And so I always talk about the fun OCD stuff, the loops and the weird intrusive thoughts, but there is some like very can you talk about, I mean, I guess we say suicidal stuff on here before. So I've been having
ideations or
it's not even ideations, it's like ruminations at this point where it's just constant
ruminate
for hours and hours.
Of what? Of something you created or?
No, it's just thinking about ending my life. Like I'm just
That's part of OCD?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's exhausting. And so
do you take
you have to
that?
do a specific kind of therapy called it's ERP therapy. Let's see what that
ERP
is.
therapy. I've never heard of that.
Yeah, so basically you get exposed to the obsession until you get exposed to this obsession and then you don't act on the compulsion. So the compulsion part is like removing yourself from any situations where you might act on the stuff that you are thinking about. Like, so I might stop driving, or I might stop like using knives in my kitchen, or I might stop like...
Oh, this is intense.
Yeah, if I were like a gun owner, I would like throw all my guns away or something like that. But the therapy is basically something that it exposes you to the obsession, and then it just keeps doing it until your brain configures it as a non-thing. So
they make you see it more the way you're already seeing it more.
Yeah, and basically it just helps your brain recalibrate it as something that you don't need to obsess about because you don't get to act on the compulsion of like removing yourself from the situation. But it's just
I need to look into that.
Yeah.
I think you always like research what you have more deeper and then you go down the rabbit hole, but I've never gone down the OCD rabbit hole.
It's a very complicated illness. Is it a mental illness? It kind of sounds like a mental illness. I don't know. But yeah, it's a very complicated thing. It's called exposure and response therapy, and basically you get exposed, and you cannot have the normal like compulsive response that you would to like alleviate the obsession. You just keep doing it until... Now,
my question is, I don't want to go off the topic for today, but what triggers that? Because you said it's not all the time.
Very stressed. Yeah, I'm very stressed. My body hurts. I'm just like there's just a lot of things, and I'm not going to get emotional on the internet.
Right, yeah.
But I've been under a lot of pressure. Yeah. And so, these are different chairs.
Are they? Look at you. You picked it up. That's that Virgo for you, honey. I'll come in here and sit on somebody's head and be like, oh my God, what happened? Ain't paying attention. I'm all up in my own shit.
I'm like, okay, this is a different chair than it felt
more comfy.
Weird. Okay, yeah, no.
Maybe that's why I feel like I'm not touching the mic, because I got the armrest to break it, you know. They figured out our mental illness. Thanks, guys. We appreciate you.
To break that, a little bit of levity. I don't even know.
They be moving around a lot, because, you know.
We do be moving around a lot. But yes. Yeah, so that's what's been happening with me. And today has just been a very emotional day. And I'm tired and just... feeling a little chaotic, but it's okay.
A lot of people are feeling that way. Man, I a really close friend of mine, it's his birthday today. We were talking and it was so interesting. It's his 40th birthday today.
Mine is Wednesday.
Okay, then Virgo season is popping.
40th actually too. Yeah.
He was his 40th birthday. And he was like, oh, I got my first psychiatrist. I'm like, look what happens when you turn 40.
Yeah, no.
For your birthday, you like, let me get my mental health together.
No, but for real, my psychiatrist is the one who told me I got OCD.
Yeah.
They gonna get you together.
A psychiatrist will get you together.
Yes.
I was talking to him about it, and he was like, oh, you inspired me, to get one. And I was like, it's way different than therapy. They gonna tap you in.
They gonna tap. She's the one who
in.
I said just some very I said some things to her, and she was like, do you have OCD? And I was like,
oh yeah, they know immediately.
And I was like, no, I don't know. And she was like, let's do an assessment.
Did you just decide to get a psychiatrist?
No, I had to get a psychiatrist.
That's why, because that's not the first thing.
Therapy is
first. Yeah.
But I had to get a psychiatrist for my leave from work, to certify my leave from work. And because I got that psychiatrist, I would talk to her. I think I had to meet with her once a week. And I would say something, and she would just be like, she would write on her little notepad.
Yeah, that's what they kind of do.
She'd be like, okay.
Yeah.
And then she was like,
they know so quickly.
They know real quick.
It's really interesting.
Yeah.
So I was telling my friend, I was like, because he was like, oh, how did your psychiatrist diagnose you with ADHD? I'm like, bro, it's wild, because I came to her for something completely different. After an incident that I had, I was for sure that I had, something else. And I'm like, at the beginning, she's like, great, tell me this little story of why you think you have it. And she's just like, oh, okay. I'm like, they really didn't prescribe me anything from that story other than depression meds in the beginning. Over time, I think really quickly, maybe about a month with her. I'd say a month in, she was like... I
think it was about a month for me too, yeah.
Yeah, about a month in, she was like, so I'm going to go ahead and take you off the depression meds. You're full-blown ADHD, ma'am. It's tied into all those other things. So this one pill will knock that right on out. And then it's gradually, we started out at a low dose and went from there. But it's so interesting how quickly.
I think the thing
boom,
is...
that's what it is.
They're so hyper trained in recognizing the signs. I always read stuff about people who will be like, yeah, I went to couples therapy and the therapist asked me to stay behind and fill out some paperwork, and she was like, do you know you're being abused? And you'd be like, damn,
so quickly,
how did they pick it up so quickly? But they're just it almost is intuitive for them at that point, where they've worked so long that it's second nature. They don't really need to do a lot of digging to try to figure out what it is. It's like, boop, boop, boop. Oh, I see this, and this. Let me diagnose you right quick. And they be right.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, she made me go through a few little hoops.
They do go few but hoops. You do an assessment. I mean, I did a little assessment. She asked me a lot of questions.
I don't remember if I did that or not. But
you probably did it and you ain't know you was doing it.
Yeah, well, I got ADHD. Because she did say that. She was like, a lot of times you'd be super late to your appointments. Because I feel like you just don't remember that you got this appointment. Yet you got 37 things.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's cool.
All right. So now that we've knocked that out of the way.
But yeah, I mean... Yeah, I was curious to know how that worked.
That's what's going on with me. How is your week going? How is your Monday starting out?
It was busy today. The weekend was amazing. I didn't have any shows, so I was able to catch up on people shit, which was awesome. I just worked a little bit and did some home stuff. I went on a date on Saturday.
How was that?
It was my second date with this person. We was vibing, and then the second date, I got the ick, and I was like, dang.
That happens.
That's whack.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right. That's fair.
I don't know. I don't know.
What
I didn't want to.
Oh, okay.
All right. It was stupid. I ain't gonna eliminate him for it, but I also
maybe
I don't know. It was 2 icks.
Okay. I think for me, 2 icks on a second date is elimination.
All right.
Please pack your knives and go. I don't know.
Right. I mean, we vibe. We have things in common. I'll just make this quick. We have things in common and we vibe and all that stuff's great, but I think we too similar. So I think it's very difficult for both of us to read each other. So nobody really knows who's really liking each other. I think we like each other, but we both too cool for school.
What is the ick?
He came in with he had a wife beater on and I think it was a plaid shirt, and then he had a gold chain or something. And I was like, elimination for the outfit.
Okay.
And he never takes his hat off. This was date 2, and I haven't seen him without his hat off yet. So
is a real thing.
I was confused, and I don't want to be like, "Hey, bro, can you go ahead and kindly take your hat off?"
Did he have his hat on? Did you meet him on a dating profile?
Yeah.
Did he have his hat on in all the pictures on the dating profiles?
For the most part, it's one without it, but I'm like, I don't know how long ago that was.
Ooh, baby. The way I won't even swipe on a man, if he got a hat on or sunglasses in all his pictures, immediately no.
Yeah.
Because
he's cute. He's cute. And he's super smart.
They could be cute, but then they take that hat off.
He just didn't take it off. So that was an ick. And then when we was leaving, because we went to go see a movie in the park, and then we was leaving, he couldn't remember where his car was, and I was over that. because I took him to his car. And then when we got there, I was like, well, he's obviously going to take me out for a drink since he made me drive around and around the blocks to find no car. And he was like, oh, I can't go out. I have a 5K to run tomorrow. And I was like, I'm never hanging out with him again.
Okay. That's fair.
I think that was fair. It was annoying. Like, what the fuck?
I think he kind of just get on your nerves. I don't think you like his style. I think you probably should just go ahead and kick him to the curb.
No, I feel like if you tell me you don't want to go out for drinks with me because you got a 5K to run, you just don't want to hang out with me.
No, do you know what a 5K is?
Yeah, 3 damn miles. We do that shit in a regular. I could run that with a hangover.
Okay? Well, maybe he can.
You could walk that.
Maybe he takes it very seriously.
I will bust him in his.
Maybe he takes it very seriously.
A 5K.
Also, it was very hot.
Not on Monday or not on Sunday.
Okay. Look, I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, but it just sounds like you don't like him.
No,
you don't.
He cool.
So this is actually a pattern that she probably needs to.
So I guess that brings us to
our topic. This is a perfect segue. This is a pattern.
No, it's he cool. We vibe. Like even okay, check out the second date, right? Let me tell you how cool and vibe we are. Bet. Let me tell y'all.
You don't like him, babe.
No, I'm about to tell you what it is.
All right.
I'm gonna tell you.
Okay.
He was my favorite out of all the dates I went on. I was like, oh, we was vibing.
Mm-hmm.
First date, we went bowling. I was like, this dude cool. He took a week to hit me to be like, you want to go out again? And then we didn't text none of that whole time. And we did. I sent him this cartoon we had talked about on the date. And he was like, oh, whatever. Then he ain't saying shit else. And so I was like, all right, whatever. I was like, he not pressing me enough. I think I like more press. Yeah, so it was like, all right, so I went on other dates. Mm-hmm. And then like later he was like, hey, what are you doing Saturday? And I'm like, all right, he kind of my favorite. Let's kind of see where it go. And I went, we vibe, but I was like, it still ain't enough press for me. I can't really tell if you like me or not. And I don't like guessing, so.
And this is what I'm saying.
So I don't know.
Cut him off.
Oh yeah, I'm done. I'm cool.
Right.
When I dropped him off at his car, my brain was like, you know how the Men in Black thing? No, it was like the Men in Black thing. It was like, and I just started driving around being like, what happened? Like, that's the new version of me. I'm about to erase my whole
like I feel like
memory.
If he give you that many icks, because
it was just like, what? Why you not communicating?
No,
I don't know.
I get it. I totally get it.
But, and then I picked up this vibe from him, y'all, which brings me what we're talking about. One of the things I'm trying to stop doing is if they remind me of somebody I already like had a bad time with, it's kind of like, I can't even do this. He reminds me of an ex that I feel like I'm picking up some of that energy.
Girl.
And I tested it, y'all, because I had asked him on a first date, because we were talking about zodiac signs or whatever. And he was like, said something about Aquarius women or something. And I was like, oh, I never dated a Sagittarius. But I was like, what I do know is they have commitment issues. And he like paused.
He's a Sagittarius?
Yeah. He paused. And I was just like, oh, this is one of them. Because he act like one of them.
Mm-hmm.
And like and I'm like, I track these.
When is his birthday? Is it like November or December?
December, I think he said 17th. And I'm like, I know one of those. Turn up. You got a baby mama somewhere, low key. Like baby wow. So I said that and he was just like weird, and I was like, yeah, if you are this, I'm like, it's blue today and Friday it'll be green, and I don't know.
Yeah. And
he just looked at me like, she knows. So that was that. So yeah, maybe right, it was a couple icks that had me being like, I can never
time to just that guy.
But I'm losing y'all today, and I kind of don't like nobody now. What happened to me? Something happened.
No, nothing happened. It's hard to like people.
No, I was dating normal before. Before my last ex, I was outside like happy about being on dates. Now I'm like, start talking goofy. Like,
yes. But I also just think what you're seeing is like a bunch of stuff that maybe you kind of would like let go of in the past.
Oh, honey,
like
100%.
In the first and second date, because you're recognizing some of their patterns now. And
it's first and foremost, this is one of my breaks. I no longer drink a lot on the dates.
Okay. That's a good, just in
one
general,
glass of wine is the requirement for me.
That's a good rule of thumb for any woman that's dating, especially in the age of like
crazy niggas.
Yeah, like I think it definitely is just going to be to your benefit to drink minimally on a date. But also, I think your inhibitions are lowered, and we don't want to be lowered inhibitions around people that we don't really know that well.
My issue is as a comic, we will talk a lot. And if I drink more, I'll get more animated and talk more. Mm-hmm. Whereas what I'm trying to stop is to listen more.
Okay.
So that's why I'm like, if you have the one glass of wine, you won't overpower the conversation with jokes and shit. You'll listen more. And I feel like as I've been doing that, I'm like eliminating people mid-conversation. Like, what's happening? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this is growth.
It's growth,
what
baby.
do they call it? Growth. What'd she say?
Growth,
That's
honey.
what she did. Yeah,
that's what that
growth.
was.
I like this for you.
So I did 2 already. I said, all right.
Mm-hmm. So one of the self-sabotaging habits that I want to break, and this coincides with my OCD, is I want to stop drinking or smoking when my brain gets clear. So it takes usually like 3 weeks or so for me to get rid of like brain fog, and it's not really with drinking.
Is that a
so
part
much.
of the?
Yeah, it's not really with drinking so much. I can have a glass of champagne and be fine. But if I smoke, it really derails my brain for some reason. Like
some people can't.
Yeah, I enjoy it while it's happening, and then 2 days later, I have like the worst.
It's still foggy?
My brain stays foggy after I smoke for like a couple, maybe like 2 weeks.
Damn.
Yeah. So
and it's like,
just,
what is it like? Like,
I mean, it's not crazy. Like I can function, it's fine, but I'm not as quick-witted. I'm not as like, the words do not just fall out of my mouth as easily. Like I don't have as much command of my vocabulary as I normally do. I'm constantly searching for things to say when I'm typically very articulate. Like I don't really ever have a problem articulating my thoughts.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but when I smoke weed, it seems to really like clog my ability to communicate. And so it's something that I used to do all the time, where I would have a moment where I just felt like, oh, okay, I haven't smoked for a really long time. Let me go ahead and like have a joint.
Yeah.
But I honestly feel like I have to probably just not smoke at all.
Unless if it's 2 weeks,
unless it's one of those things where I'm just kind of like, okay, I can have a foggy 2 weeks, and I just don't know when I want to have a foggy. I think
I've never heard that before in my life.
I think it really is specifically to do with the different makeup of my brain specifically. Like, and I'm sure that there are other people who can relate to this experience.
I mean, mine goes to paranoia. I can't smoke around people.
Okay. Yeah, mine is, I'm fine when I'm smoking. Like, if I'm smoking, if I smoke 3 or 4 days in a row, I'm great. I'm having a good time. But once I come down from that, I'm struggling with a lot of things that I should not necessarily be struggling with. And I also just have like the lowest mental health day.
Okay.
But and on top of all of that, it prevents me from being as productive in my
I would
career,
say that more for me.
As I want to be. And so I'm just getting to a place now where I'm prioritizing my brain health over everything.
Very smart.
Because I do unfortunately have several mental illnesses.
I don't know. They just naming them that now. At this point, everybody's not doing good.
Disorders, whatever you want to call it. Like, I feel like I have to be super mindful of how I treat my brain. And so it's saying, okay, if I have champagne or if I have like wine or whatever, like I don't drink whiskey at all.
I ain't really into the hard liquor.
I don't drink hard liquor. I said whiskey because I'm thinking about Sir Davis, and I am probably gonna go get some Sir Davis this weekend.
What's that?
Not a bottle. Beyonce's whiskey. Not a bottle, but I want to go to like a restaurant. It looks good, actually. Yeah, with some friends and like taste a sip and then give the rest of it to somebody else. But like, if I drink hard liquor, I truly have like the worst next day. It's been like, the last time I drank hard liquor was December 2023.
Oh wait, I'm lying. I do be liking tequila.
I don't drink
mezcal. I haven't in a while.
Literally only drink wine and champagne and maybe a beer occasionally. Yeah. But hard liquor is kind of like weed in the sense that it makes me feel really, really low the next day and the following days. So knowing that about my brain, I'm just kind of trying to be more gentle with it as I get into my 40s.
Yeah, honey.
I want to make sure that I am like functioning at an optimal level. And I think a lot of functioning at an optimal level is making sure you're not introducing unnecessary toxins.
I love this for you.
Yeah.
But are you finna be bored?
Nah, bitch.
No, I'm messing with you.
Have me some champagne. I'm still have my champagne, okay? I'm still have my champagne and I'll still have my wine occasionally.
Let me not say that.
But I just couldn't really I can't drink or smoke the way that I used to.
You know what? I ain't gonna say this is for my peeps that I know, especially a lot of comics. They definitely be like, oh, I'm 1 year sober or whatever. Every time I see those on my posts, I'd be like, damn, I wonder what that's like. It's got to be like way harder free balling life. Like it's worse than being drunk. Low-key.
I mean,
like, what are you talking about?
So I did free ball life for 5 months last year. And quite honestly, like it gets to a point where it's very easy.
I'm sure.
Like you don't really miss it at all, but you also deal with your emotions in a much more like controlled way. It's very succinct. Like I feel this emotion. Instead of having a glass of wine, I'm going to go take a bubble bath or I'm going to go for a walk or I'm going to go work out or I'm going to go
I do that anyway.
like with friends to do XYZ. Your reaching for healthier coping mechanisms.
Yeah.
As opposed to reaching for a glass of wine or a joint, which can ultimately
Well, I don't drink for the sadness.
No,
or drink
but
the sadness away. I learned that early. If you already sad.
No,
and you drink, you finna be sadder.
A lot of people drink for the sadness, though. A lot of people drink when they're like overwhelmed, when they're anxious, when they're tired. They come home after a hard day and they have a glass of wine.
I used to be somebody like that, but I started learning. You're right. Like on the next day, I'd be like, "Oh, you sadder."
Yes.
Than you were, or you more depressed. It's a
hangover. It's like a mental hangover.
Yeah.
So you be physically hungover, but your brain be like, "Bitch, we're so sad."
Yeah.
We're so
I haven't done that in a while. Kudos to me for that.
And so I'm just like, no, I'm not doing that no more.
That's
how
good.
Long does
you gotta do 2 because I did 2.
The effects. Hold on, I want to see how long the effects of weed last in the brain.
Yeah, like what? I ain't never heard of that a day in my life. 2 weeks? That's crazy.
So, this says 24 hours, but that's like not
24 hours is still long for me too.
Okay. A separate review of studies. This is from GoodRx. A separate review of studies found that cannabis may continue to cause problems in the brain 3 weeks after a person stops using it.
Damn.
Yeah. So
you mean to tell me everybody that smoke weed all day, they not in their body for like how many years?
It's not even that you're not in it's not even that you're not in your body. I feel like it suppresses so much of your cognitive function that by the time you stop smoking, the lingering effects of it are just kind of preventing you from living your best life.
Ooh.
Yeah. So you smoke for like every day for like 5 years. It might take you 5 months to start to feel better after you stop smoking.
Feel better as in, because people be thinking they feel better on the drug.
No, but the thing is, you go through a period of withdrawal. So that's the other thing people don't like to talk about weed. You go through a long period of withdrawal, of anxiety, of stress, of depression, of like sadness. And after that period, you might go through a period where you just feel kind of like detached from everything.
I did a detox like that once.
Yeah, you just not really feeling life. Like you going through the motions and getting your shit done, but you really not in a happy place. And then a while down the line, you might start to feel your endorphins and your serotonin start to like pump through your body the way that it's supposed to, or pump through your brain the way that it's supposed to.
Yeah.
So yeah, like it's I'm not crazy, guys. I mean, I am, but
that's crazy.
But yeah, it lasts for a long ass time. So
that's crazy.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it. So you know how that. Okay, here we go. Studies found that attention and memory pretty much returned to normal. However, decision making, concept formation, and planning ability were still affected. People who smoked long term and heavy amounts had the most difficulty.
Damn.
Yeah. So if you're one of those people who is wondering.
Like, you remember that scene of Ray Charles when he nigga try to get off the drugs, how you get up?
I don't remember.
That shit was the funniest shit in the world. Because he was blind, he couldn't really see where the toilet was. That's funny to me. Whatever.
I can't remember.
Jamie Foxx did his
he did his big one. He really knocked that shit out.
He knocked that out. People use that as a meme, as a joke. They be like, when you find out he a clown, like women be like, it's silly. It's a silly little clip. But okay.
My second one is I want to stop. A pattern that I have is procrastination, long procrastination, and then I push myself to the brink and burn out. And so, one of the things that I'll do, this is like a good example, is, and I don't even know if it's procrastination as so much as I be depressed. So I'll have like
Depressionation.
The depressionation, yes. That's what it is. I mean,
what the fuck? Like, that's actually should be a word. Depressionation could go hard
today, but what if I don't leave until tomorrow? But tomorrow when I leave, I got to do twice as much as what I would have had to do if I had left today. So it's just one of those things where I'm not necessarily giving myself enough time to get stuff done. And so at the last minute, I'm trying to do a bunch of different things. And it's causing me mental stress. It's causing me emotional stress. It's causing physical stress on my body. And I need to get to a point where I'm just like being more methodical throughout my day so that I'm getting shit done, but also like taking time for myself to recover from the shit I'm getting done. As opposed to doing a lot of shit at one time and then having to recover for a long ass period of time. If you do shit recover, do stuff recover, do stuff recover, you're a lot better off than trying to do long stretches of productivity and then having to like get your life in order after that. Yeah, so that's definitely burn you something. Out. And the thing is, I keep saying this, I can't burn out, but baby, I am burning.
You burn out.
I'm on fire. Like the struggle is real.
No, everybody on burnout though right now. I feel like everybody's in that mode.
I can't. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. I cannot describe to you how fucking tired I am. Yeah. It is just ridiculous the amount of energy that I don't have. I don't feel like a sprite, young, 40-year-old bad bitch.
Yeah, because I don't think nobody was really doing bad bitch shit this summer.
No.
Everybody was really on their grind because it was a really weird...
I'm about to get my life though. You know what? I have decided that I want to start wearing more vintage. And I want to
I'm about to get my life and I decided
I did. I just want to change my whole life. I'm done. I want to give myself like
a reboot, a
reboot. Yeah, I want to change my apartment, like completely update my apartment. I want to start shopping vintage. I want to start shopping thrifted.
And don't do it all in one day. You said you're going to break that habit.
I know, right? So one of me and my friends, like we set a date to go on the like one Sunday every month where we drive out of LA to some vintage shop or a thrift store. Yeah.
I haven't done any of them.
Vintage stuff.
Rose Bowl?
I don't know. We have
like,
to look.
Was it like Silver Lake?
I don't know.
Like there's a bunch of them.
Okay, yeah. But we're going to see where we're going to go because I just feel like at this point in my life, I'm just not living the life I want to be living.
Yeah. I feel you there.
And I need to incorporate more like things that give me endorphins.
It's coming.
Yeah.
It's going to turn around, y'all. It's been weird, but it's going to turn around.
It's been weird. Okay, Kim, tell us some more. Another pattern you want to break.
I said, what did I say before?
Actually, a pattern I want to break. My pattern is the opposite of yours. I be cutting people off too quick. I think I need to give people more grace when I'm interacting with people because I can be very...
You like next?
That's the reason I got this tattoo. Is this little ... tattoo right here?
Yeah.
I have a little ... And the whole point of me getting this little ... tattoo was to try to be... What is it called? An ellipsis?
What?
Yeah, it's an ellipsis. And it basically was me trying to like stop putting such a hard stop on everything. Stop being so rigid. Stop like... getting to a point where I'm just like, I'm over this and cutting things off. It's to
That's
just
very
say,
Virgo of you. That sounds like y'all. Yes.
Oh, okay.
One of my best friends is a Virgo, and I was talking to him today.
Really?
And it's like I be having to un-Virgo him because he be self-sabotaging everything. And it's just so crazy. I think it's so funny that all y'all have it. It's like, what is going on?
Like, I just want to be a Beyonce Virgo.
We don't know we don't know, y'all.
We know exactly what kind of Virgo Beyonce is.
I'm saying personally, though. Like in her regular life outside of the stage, regular life,
we don't know. But
that's what I'm
she's
saying.
Super productive, super meticulous, super detail oriented. In her like music and in her visuals and her vision, yes, she's very methodical. Again,
yeah, she's tapped in there.
Yeah, we don't know what she's like in her personal life.
Her personal life, she's probably off the chain.
That's okay.
I think.
Honestly, she gave us glimpses of that, though. She talked about it in her Renaissance movie. She said that they kept telling her that there was not a fisheye camera. And she looked it up and found a fisheye camera because she had a certain angle that she wanted to see.
I saw that.
And she was like, and I know they get tired of me thinking this bitch just won't quit. You know, she country. I love
She
it.
gonna find it.
Like, this bitch just won't quit. Yes, Beyonce, give them hell.
She's definitely a perfectionist. Yes. You guys are definitely perfectionists. And I think that's why most of my friends that are like Virgos are always like, this isn't working, done. And they don't really look into it deep enough to see why it isn't working.
I don't even be giving a fuck why it ain't working. If it ain't working, I gotta go, bye.
But then I find out, I feel like a lot of times y'all self-sabotage with that. And then you look back at it later and you're like, maybe I shouldn't have responded that wow.
Oh, I never regret the way I respond about stuff. This is the funny thing. I never regret.
Is that on the list? What's going on here? She was like, here's the thing, I never regret it. Whoa.
I don't. I literally, if I cut somebody off. No, because the thing is, when I cut somebody off, I have thought about that.
Okay.
So I'm not talking about cutting people off that I love and care about. If I cut somebody off that I love and care about, I have thought about this. I have given this a healed Virgo. Yes.
Most of them.
Long, like.
But what's your long, though? You got to ask that question.
It'll be weeks or months.
See, weeks.
Or months.
It depends if you a month type person.
It depends on how close we are.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, but it could be weeks or months that I'm going to think about. And I'm also going to give you the grace of talking to you probably more than once and saying, hey, this is something that I'm feeling. And I'm hoping that you can like rectify this for me because it's starting to hurt my feelings. I'm going to give that grace.
Yeah, but then y'all be burned up if somebody don't give you the reply back that you want, and then you get cut off of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see? No, and out of there.
What?
That's why with work, like, even with me and him be on the phone, I be like, gotta go home.
Look,
You finna get on my
I'm
nerves.
confused. Why would I not? Why if I'm telling somebody that I'm hurt and they not giving me an adequate
No, what
reply?
if they give you, to them, a reply, that's how they respond. And then you like, I ain't like that reply.
I would say it to their face.
Okay.
So the thing is, I'm never, and I feel like it's funny because I feel like we talked about this on the episode where we were talking about the podcast about talking about our mates.
Yeah.
There's nothing I would say to my friends or my family about my mate that I wouldn't say to their face. So for my friends, ooh.
I don't think we can hear it, but I don't know.
Okay,
It's a bar mitzvah next door.
But yeah, like I'm very upfront about how I feel about things. And I'm always going to be upfront with how I feel about things.
No, I'm not saying that's bad. We don't want to drift off, but I do feel like the Virgos, y'all be like, everything got to be my way.
It's not
I got to be in control.
I will absolutely meet somebody halfway. And if we have a conversation and you explain something to me and I've perceived it the wrong way, sure. But if you just shut me down, no, fuck it.
Maybe you a heel version. I've run into a lot of Virgo setups where I'll be like, this is wild as hell.
I've been in therapy. And a lot of times I'm going to self-check myself and say, damn, bitch, you was wrong as fuck. Yeah. And I'll apologize to somebody before they even bring it to me. I feel like I've apologized to you before for shit, before you even have to bring it to me.
True.
I know who I am.
See, that's a heel Virgo.
Yeah, I know who I am. I'm going to always be in a place of self-reflection. Yeah. But also, I appreciate when I bring something to somebody because I also my feelings don't get hurt easily. Okay. So if I'm bringing something to somebody and I'm saying, hey, this thing is really upsetting to me, I expect and deserve for that person to really take consideration of what I'm saying.
Yeah, you healed though.
Okay.
Because usually for me, it's so funny to me. Right. But for me, it's so wild. Like every time I meet a Virgo, I always know.
Oh, okay.
Because we Dragon Ball Z each other in the beginning. It's like they know I'm an Aquarius too. It's like we can feel it. Yeah. You know what's crazy? I found out recently that we're like kind of similar kind of signs.
Beyonce somebody was saying besties.
Somebody was telling me that we're the earth sign of the air signs. And I was like, I kind of see that perspective in a way, but it's like that. Okay. Unless we are both like meetings of the mind, it's definitely a back end. Yeah. It's definitely a fight of the I'm right.
Okay.
Because the Aquarius has that too. We're very much like very openly opinionated.
And so when I was younger, I very much had the I'm right.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, I'm right. Am I right?
Yeah.
Bitch, did you need to do that? And so when I cut somebody off, it comes from a place of I've done all the work that I was supposed to do here. I've talked to you about this. You have not changed.
He's like, I've given you the time.
I am done.
No, I mean, and then I used to have this all the time where Virgo's crazy. Very cutthroat. Which I'll say right out. If y'all not healed, it's out the gate. It's going to be wow.
I used to have that. And
then it's going to be received from us as,
yeah.
Do you mean meet me outside?
Like literally. And,
so and it would be hard. It would be hard.
I remember I used to date this guy and I used to be so blunt. And I remember he pulled me to the side. We was on a road trip with his family. And he pulled me to the side and he was like, babe. And I was like, huh? He was like, you're so blunt.
Yeah.
And I was like, what do you mean? I'm blunt and I'm from St. Louis.
Yeah.
I
have a cousin who's
just
a Virgo.
like yeah, you need to tone down how you talk to people. It's kind of crazy sometimes. And I was like, oh, I don't know what you mean.
Next.
And he kind of did a replay of some of the things that I'd said on the road trip in the shared car space.
Yeah, you like, bro, you opinionated as hell in this space.
Oh, okay. And thinking back on it, like, okay, yeah, it was probably a little wild, but this shit was getting on my nerves.
Yeah, it's very. I feel like every Virgo I've ever had, like even my grandfather, one time we was about to square up.
Baby.
I had to stop the car and be like, get out, grandpa. We finna turn up. Like,
but the thing is,
say it again, damn again. Because it'd be like every Virgo I've ever, it's like what's on their mind is right then and there, baby. Like they finna tell you.
You have to do the work.
It's crazy.
Like, you have to do the work of. And so this is something that I actually prayed on for a really long time, for God to let me hear what I say before it comes out of my mouth.
And they so analytical. They paid attention to your ass so much. What they gonna say borderline be true. So you like, nigga, you don't know me. Throw the table.
Yeah,
like, whoa.
That's why when I come to somebody about something and they don't change the behavior, I be comfortable cutting them off.
Crazy.
But I'm talking about cutting people off in the beginning, as far as like I'll meet somebody and they'll give me the ick on date one, and I just be like. And maybe I don't need to change it for men, but for people, for women and non-binary people, maybe I could be a little bit less like.
That brings me into what I'm trying to change. I think that I'm We was talking about this on Threads. Everybody was like, "Oh, what's Aquarius's worst trait?" And I was like, "We be knowing out the gate when something ain't right, but we got this really weird thing we where we want to see how far somebody gonna go, and then we'll like let it keep rolling until we just go too far. Like, why do we need to like let's see if they'll do? Like, it's stupid. Like I think sometimes I'll be knowing out the gate, but I'm always like, let's see if they do something else, and then they do it, and then I'll be like, okay then. And then I was like, next. And then they'll build it up into the point where I'm like,
I'm sorry.
And it's like, dumb.
Let's see if they do something else.
Yeah, it's crazy. we do. We have a tendency to like let people play in our face for too long. I definitely want to cut that.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. I need to be out the gate. I seen what I needed to see.
You need to switch a little bit.
And I need to get out of here.
give you a little bit more cutthroat and you need to give me a little bit more grace.
I've been doing good. Lately, I've been like, oh, this is not it for me. I gotta go. Because I'm like, yeah. Also, I want to take, this is my top one that I want to get better on. Ooh. I do not want to respond. I feel like I'll be responding.
I don't be responding. Okay.
What I mean by respond, y'all, is
we are very opposite in a lot of ways, I think.
When someone does something to me that's off the chain, it is very, I might do something petty. I am definitely a petty queen. And I'm definitely finna give you the words. I kind of want to stop giving the words.
Okay.
Because I will leave you a message like, I hope you choke and die.
Oh.
That's me.
I think it's more impactful not to say nothing at all.
It's crazy.
People be so pressed when they do something and you don't say nothing. Oh my God, it eats them alive.
I need to do better at that.
Yes. You will get so, because when you give them that voicemail of like hatred, first of all, they play it back like, look what she said, blah, blah, blah. Then they got
it off my chest.
You got it off your chest.
Play it.
However, if you do the thing where you just look at what they did and go, wow, that's crazy, and don't say nothing, they wonder if you got it. Did she even see it? I can't believe she didn't say nothing. Well, was I wrong? You get them into fucking rumination, fighting for their life, bitch.
I'm not a fight for the mind type of bitch. I'm the Joker. No, like, I don't know. I gotta work on that. That is a major trait that I feel like I need to work on for real.
Okay.
I've been getting better, but I think the problem with me though is I don't really let people in very easily. I'm a very like standoff bitch anyway. So if I do let you in and you turn up, sometimes I feel like you need to meet her. Like I tell people this all the time. It's like I could either be your biggest blessing or your worst lesson. Like dead ass. Like what do you want from me? I do be telling dudes this sometimes. It's like this could be bananas because I'm a giver. I'm a hardcore lover. I'm like mad loyal. If you do something to that, somehow I don't know what happens to me. Okay. It gets really. It's literally Harley Quinn. Very much.
Vengeful Fatimah comes out.
1000%. Kill Bill was one of my favorite movies.
Okay.
I guessed her name before they told us what it was. When it was like, beep, beep. I was like, it's Beatrice. I was into that shit.
Bitch, what?
Because I was like, this could be me at any time. I would chase down the wrong nigga.
Okay. I mean, this is,
Bro, she looked for that man barefoot for weeks.
Oh, she did. She should have.
That's when you know a nigga fucked up.
This is a thing where, like, specifically Kill Bill, everybody got what they deserved.
That's what I'm saying.
But
you ain't never gonna snatch up my kid and blow up my wedding like that.
Right.
And think you finna be living and eating oatmeal?
Extreme example.
Yeah, I'm outside barefoot.
Okay.
But sometimes dudes be doing stuff like that.
Dragging your weight behind the wagon. Okay, girl.
I mean, I'm not finna do that. I don't think jail is for me. But I'm saying I do be responding. I be turned.
Yeah.
And if I look at, I'll be telling people what it is with no problem.
Yeah. I get it.
Yeah.
I understand.
I'm dead ass. And people ask, like, when I think back, I'll be like, what'd you say?
I get it.
Dead ass.
I think I was definitely like that for a while. And then once I understood how much it fucks people up not to say anything at all.
True.
I stopped saying shit.
Yeah.
And honestly, you just move on with your life. Like
I mean, you're gonna do that anyway, but why can't I be the main character and turn up?
But sometimes you do need to cuss people out. And so I think it's just really, like, for instance, if somebody is...
Too many of y'all is being silent out here. It needs to be one of us
No, but so sometimes...
keep the balance. People still need their ass beat out here.
If, like, say, for instance, somebody presses you at I'll give you a good example. I was walking my dog.
Okay.
And I walked this girl was in front of me like a couple buildings down. It was in my neighborhood.
Mhm.
Couple buildings down, and she had 2 dogs.
Mhm.
And I just did not feel like she was paying attention. And
Mhm.
I didn't want to walk up behind her because she had
Right.
stopped in the street to talk to somebody, like stopped on the curb to talk to somebody. So I don't want to walk past her with my dog because you got these 2 dogs. You're not really paying attention.
Right.
So I get ready to cross the street, okay?
Mhm.
I'm standing between 2 cars. I hear the leash drop. The leashes drop. Like the little bag that holds the thing hit the ground.
Mhm.
And before I can even think, the dogs are attacking my dog. And I'm just like, yes, girl. I'm like, what the fuck? So I pick him up. And first of all, he's like running. They're attacking. They're 2 little dogs. So it's just like this yappy little thing. But I pick him up and she kind of just saunters over. Like she takes her time.
Oh, no.
And it infuriates me.
Yeah.
And this is one of those times where the bitch jumped out. And I said, girl, what the fuck? And that would have been all I said, except for when she came over. I'm still trying to cross the street at this point.
Uh-huh.
When she came over to get her dogs who were still yapping at my feet, she said, why are you standing so close to me? Why don't you give me some fucking space?
Oh, no. What happened to her that day?
Oh, honey.
Yikes.
I lost my mind.
Yeah, because
so in a situation like that, I would have just said, girl, what the fuck? But in a situation like that where your dogs have viciously attacked my dog, and he was fine. Like, these yappy little dogs, it's fine. But your dogs have attacked my dogs because
And then you came outside talking wild?
And then you started talking wild to me. I cussed her out bad. Called her dogs ugly. And then went across the street and told her, and don't make me fucking talk to you like that again. Because never
that was a very
will
corporate curse out.
Oh, honey.
That was beautiful.
Do not ever in your life.
Bravo for putting those words together.
Never in your life.
Don't make me do that again.
Don't make me talk to you
I
like
love
that.
it.
Because the thing is, I'm not going to come out my bag on anybody. Ever.
This
unless
is
it's
why
about this dog.
I would have had my dog and ran. Because I know there was no way.
Yeah, it would have went left.
I'm at running off mode.
Baby.
I still need time to heal.
The audacity of somebody to be negligent and drop their leash and then let their dogs attack my dog and then get mad because I'm still trying to do what I was doing before they came. Like, you have lost your mind, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
And she kept telling me to calm down. No, you calm down for him.
What?
And so her friend that she was talking to kept apologizing. It's my fault. I'm so sorry. I was talking to her. She should be able to hold Alicia and have a conversation at the same time. You can cut the shenanigans.
What's going on outside?
So yeah, that is an instance where I feel like it's totally appropriate I will invoke the cuss out.
I mean,
but for the most part, you do some ridiculous shit, I'm gonna just say, that's crazy, and I'm gonna just move on.
I need to start chilling.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I ain't outside all the time.
Once in a while, yeah.
But I be feeling like when people be on some goofy shit, I definitely be responding.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
It's necessary. Okay.
I'm petty. I am. I'm gonna stop. I'm so petty, I'm gonna say this. One time, somebody was getting on my nerves and I made a whole video about it and I dressed up like them. And I put it on TikTok and it went viral and then they found it and they sent me the video and was like, never speak to me again. And I was like, oh, wow. And they blocked me. They deserved it. They deserved it because there was some BS was going on. I left half of the story out, but let me just tell you what happened, right? Okay, she started it. She kicked it off first. I ain't gonna go into detail because she might see this. But I'm petty. So she kicked it off and I was like, watch what I do.
God.
I think she thought my response was gonna be like, on some more, call her and say, I was like, watch how I'm about to dress up like you. Watch how I'm about to recreate the whole bullshit scene you trying to tell everybody and I'm gonna do the real scene.
Oh my God.
That shit went viral. And people was in the comments like, oh my God, this happened to me with a friend one time. Like, get your goof ass.
Not you.
That's what I'm saying. I gotta stop.
Okay. All right.
Sometimes you don't need to say nothing. Like you said. Sometimes you need to put the wig down and don't dress up.
Have we gotten off the topic is the question.
No,
we're talking about self-sabotaging patterns.
That is self-sabotaging patterns. I put myself in positions for conflict that I don't need to put myself in the positions of.
You know what,
sometimes when people do things to me, I gotta learn to be like, all right, bet.
Ooh, girl, this is
pack my bags and head out.
I am done.
I'm real on the like respond.
What is wrong with you?
You know what I'm saying? I'm wild. I will say something with no problem. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's me.
Oh my God. Ooh, this headache. Okay. Because when you got a headache and you laugh, it get like worse.
Yeah, that's me. I'm not trying. What did I say? I got 3 out here. Not trying to respond. Cut people off when I need to cut them off. I gotta remember them because ADHD, I go out here and start doing the same thing.
Okay. I know, right?
What happened? You was just talking about. What was the other one?
I don't remember what the other one was.
Damn.
Okay, but I got my third one.
All right.
My third one is to stopping when I get motion. So
okay, consistency.
Yes, I struggle with when I have like disruptions to my normality, to my like day to day. It's hard for me to continue doing what I'm doing. So if everything is going smoothly, I'm okay. But when I have like a disruption that kind of throws me off track, it's hard for me to pick back up my routine.
I feel you. Anybody could go through that shit.
Yeah.
Anybody could go through that.
And I need to learn how to power through though. I don't know.
That's a overtime. I feel like I ain't always know that.
Okay.
Like I feel like, I'll be honest, I feel like I've always known how to power through, but like since living in LA, I feel like it's very overwhelming.
Yeah.
And sometimes I do have days where I'm like, oh, it's too heavy. You got to put it all down.
This last month has
like
really just drained me psychologically, and I've had a very difficult time powering through. Like, I don't think I honestly feel like maybe I need to go home and do a cooking video tonight just to rip the Band-Aid off. I have not made a cooking video in over like 2 weeks. And
you said you were stressed though.
Yeah, I'm really, but I was just starting to get like
momentum and certain stuff.
I was starting to get brand deals. Like,
okay, so you're catching where that thing fall. Yeah, so you can keep. That makes sense. Okay, that's a good one.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
Yeah, and so it's frustrating because I feel like I'm constantly trying to manage a million different things. Yeah, and so I'll have like this major upheaval and people be like, okay, well, you gotta keep going through it. And I'm like, how the fuck I be doing that? Because I just really be
I'll
struggling.
be honest, a lot of the influencers that we are admired or want to be like, them bitches ain't got everyday jobs.
They don't.
They live at home.
Yeah.
A lot of them be at their mama house in a room. And then they start that and then they go off and move to LA and then come back to their mama house because they realize it's hard. You know?
Like literally.
Same rotation.
It's just real. I keep thinking about these chairs
it's
and
great.
I can't figure out what is different about them than
the arms, right?
Is it the
or
arms?
The color?
Was the arms metal in the last ones we had?
I can't remember.
Okay. I'm really struggling. I'm so
You
sorry.
are very much more observant than I am. I pick up on the wrong things.
Okay.
Now I learned that's what ADHD is.
Okay. I don't know if it's the wrong thing. You just pick up on other shit.
We won't pay attention to, like, okay, we in a classroom, they teaching the class. There go a bird.
Okay.
I'm finna be like, wow, look at this bird. Whole lesson, gone, failed. Wrong thing. Wrong thing. My next one will probably be handle my emotions better, but I think I'm handling that because of where I'm at with my ADHD.
Okay.
But I think I'm overly emotional about shit. I take things really personally. I need to stop doing that.
Yeah.
Like, I think I do. I think in life, sometimes I'd be like, why would they say that? And you'd be like, they not probably even thinking about it that deep. It's you that's taking it. You know, I just kind of want to.
Learning that nothing is personal. Like, not everything that happens is personal. Yeah. That's definitely a life lesson, I feel like, too. Just for everyone in general. Like, a lot of times shit happens and it don't got nothing to do with you.
Right.
You have a situation where somebody be rude as fuck at the grocery store and that person just had the worst day of their life and they took it out on you. Don't got nothing to do with you. And sometimes it just be like, okay, bitch.
Oh, I had something wild happen to me the other day and I did good. It was wild too. I was at a stoplight to turn and the person that was in front of me, you know how everybody, when it be a long light, they just start getting on their phone and everybody just be weird.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they just try to go fast when the light turn. You like, what is this life?
Yeah.
So like it was a car in front of me that I don't know if they were looking or not, but the car in front of them wasn't moving. So I blew my horn.
Yeah.
And then that woke up the person in front of them, but that person in that car took it personal. Why does person get out the car? I bust out laughing. Mad hard.
Got out the car.
Open the door. The lady was out. I don't know what it was. It was something. It might have been a lady. It could have been a dude with a ponytail. I was just so blown away by getting out of the car that I couldn't really identify what was happening. But they got out. Car doors open. Cars is going by. They got out and they like got out real angry and they looked at me like, why would you blow the horn? I looked and I laughed so hard.
Because that's ridiculous.
But then they was burned up that I was like, tears laughing. To the point where they got in the car, you know how people, when they get in the car, they speed off. Not you almost killed this lady and her dog to speed off. So then I had to be more petty. Dang, I failed. I rode up to the side of them and I laughed more.
Okay. You can't do that. You got, like, the road rage be real. People be so pressed.
Yeah, but she could have killed me or whatnot.
Literally what I'm saying.
That wasn't a thought.
Yeah.
I just was like, she needs these laughs.
Okay.
I'm going to work on it. That's why we're here today. Yeah, I need to go ahead and just be like, oh my God, lady gets our car.
I actually saw some crazy road rage the other day too. A guy cussed a man out from Wilshire and Highland all the way up to Melrose and
people
Highland.
are turned.
It was crazy.
Why would you follow him?
Why are you still? And the guy kept like getting in other lanes,
trying to get away,
and he kept riding up beside him. And you in this like busted. His car was a mess. Okay,
he's going through some shit.
You're going through it.
That's why this person hopped out the whip on me, and I was like,
you gotta chill, bro.
Stop.
Like you can't. And the funny thing is, I was driving these people from the airport. They was from like France. I was like, welcome to LA. Like,
was they? Well, okay, what? Not welcome to LA. Good luck.
You literally are like witnessing a violent road rage incident.
And they're like, we're here.
On your inaugural trip in LA. Like your trip from the airport. This is what the
opening scene.
Welcome to LA.
Welcome to LA.
God, girl, I dropped some people off from the airport. Or they was here on vacation, then they went to 6th and Westlake. That's where their hotel was. Westlake.
I don't know where's that.
That's where the drug park is.
Oh yeah. Why was that hotel over there? It's a hotel over there?
It's a hotel over there. Yeah.
That's crazy.
I be feeling bad. You ever drop somebody off and feel bad?
Because they didn't know.
Dropped off?
They didn't know. They was like, it say LA.
Yeah.
Yeah. You be like, damn.
You should have looked at the Yelp reviews. Yeah.
There's gonna be a lot of crack pipes out there.
Like just in the open.
Yeah.
The police literally patrol the park to make sure that it's like safe drug use, but it's a lot of drug use at 6th and Westlake. Yeah, it's very uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's how I feel when people go and they vacation to go look at the stars on Hollywood. I'm like, wow, not posed down next to it.
Yeah,
you now need a tetanus shot. Yeah. Matter of fact, you might not make it.
Yeah, it's very
don't have no open wounds.
I love LA, but
you have to cut your hands off.
I know, like
because the stuff I see going on down
seedy.
there.
I love it though. I love it.
Really,
LA.
Certain parts of it.
I love LA. I feel like driving around.
It's cute.
It's a very beautiful city.
It's cute.
It's gorgeous.
The people aren't that great.
Even the people, I don't mind.
Sometimes.
Okay.
I have moments where I'm like, these people are not it.
A lot of the people are not.
On?
But I feel like the people that I've been fortunate enough to interact with have been very kind people. So
yeah. See, I'm in the world where their brains are not. They don't
fully developed. Okay.
You don't need them. So like Hollywood is like, I'll trade it in or something because
just your face.
A lot of people, right?
Your face I don't know what you need. We'll take the brain. We'll send it over here.
We'll put this in the back.
Somebody else. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's fair.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
What you got? We got one more.
I don't got. I think
you don't.
Oh, sometimes when I'm like I feel like a weight loss journey has been like my longest.
Stay on.
Yeah, this has been like my longest like goal, and I've just never really gotten it, and I don't know how to get to it. But I sabotage it a lot, where I'll like lose 5 pounds and then binge eat for an entire day, and so I want to stop doing that, and that is probably something I need to like therapize my way out of, but I don't know when I'm gonna do that. We got to work on this OCD first. Yeah.
My next one is I gotta be nicer to myself. Yep.
Okay.
I feel like
in general, both of us, I think.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I think I'm programmed to work really hard, and I feel like when things don't pay off or to my time frame or whatever, I can be quite hard on myself about like things.
Agreed. And it is it's a self-sabotaging habit in the sense that you not allowing yourself the grace to not have everything in line the way you want it to be in line prevents you from getting to the next step the way that you want to, because you're constantly fixated on what's not happening. Right. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So I think we both probably have a lot of work to do in the realm of not being so hard on what our perceived failures are, because what we're doing is so difficult.
I think it's the more of the perception for me of how I see it. That's what I mean. Like I think I'm hard on myself because I'm like, oh, it should look like this. This is what this should look like, or this is what this should feel like. I think I need to like be like, oh, you are where you said you want to be. Like all those things that you were working towards, you're here. Yeah. It just doesn't look exactly how you were planning for it to look. But that doesn't mean you have to beat yourself up and feel like you didn't do it right or something.
It's getting there. You're on the escalator up. You might not be on the floor you want to be in, but you're going up.
Yeah. And then I had to tell myself today too, I was like, this is some real shit I told myself today. I was like, I do feel like I'm on the verge of something. And I was like, you got to ask yourself, are you ready for everything you claim you want?
So
and
there's
that's
this
a deep thing.
meme that goes around. It's like, God, give me the grace or the ability to get the things that I want, and the determination and the wisdom to keep it.
To keep it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a hard life, guys. It's wild
out here. I think it's harder than ever now.
Yeah.
It's harder than ever now.
We're all chasing these big dreams, and we're finding ourselves having to work harder than we've ever had to work before. And the payoff seems like it's not coming as quickly, and it's not as big as we want it to be.
Yeah.
But
everybody's saying that too.
Yeah.
All my friends are like, when do we arrive? I'm like, bro, I don't know.
I don't even know
what does that even mean?
Arrive as much as you just kind of like become.
You know, that's true. One of my favorite quotes is from Joan Rivers. It's life doesn't get better, you do.
Yeah. Oh, okay. What is
Joan Rivers?
Okay, I like that. Life doesn't get better, you do. I like that.
That was one of my favorite quotes. I want to end this on this though. This is my last one. Stop worrying so much. I had to tell myself the other day. Well, I would say tell myself, right? I was really tired on Sunday and I took a bath. And I was thinking, I was like, what could you tell yourself right now about all the times you were in a position that you feel like you're in right now? And I was like, bro, every single time it works out for the best. Why are you so afraid?
Yeah.
Why are you worried about this? Like, yes, you can't see it, but every single time in your life, it has worked out.
Yeah.
And you would have never gotten this far if it was just, here we go. You're going to fall through the floor now. And that's the end of the show. Like, no, it doesn't go that way. So I was telling myself, like, you know, you're aging well, sweetie. You're going to push it if you need to calm your ass down.
Yeah.
Like, stop crying when you don't need to cry.
Ages you,
Stop stressing when you don't need to stress. Have fun with this shit. You're not having enough fun in this life because you're too worried about, is tomorrow going to be this? Or am I going to have enough money for this? When in reality, you're going to be fine.
Should just be working out.
It will work out.
It just be working out. This is why I want to revamp my entire life for my 40th. Like, my 40th year is going to be the best year of my life.
Yeah.
And I'm going to start with the way that I feel on the outside, the way that my apartment looks. I just want to create
the aesthetic that works for you.
Yeah. Yes, because the thing is, when you look good, you feel good.
That's true.
And if I'm taking control of that, I'll start to take control of other things in my life as well. And I think I'm on the same page with you.
Yeah,
give myself grace. Stop worrying as much and understand that it's gonna work out. It doesn't have a choice but to work out.
Yeah.
It always does.
It always does.
It literally always does. And we fight and cry and fucking scribble in our burn book. Everything just be like, bitch, why would you worry? Like, the universe, God always had you. So
very much so.
Okay. Yeah. I think we did good today.
We did great today.
I love this for us.
You guys definitely leave your comments. Talk to us.
We want to see.
Tell us.
We want to know.
What are some habits you're trying to break?
Yeah. Some self-sabotaging patterns. We want to know.
Patterns,
and thank you for watching. We'll see y'all next week.
Appreciate it.
Bye, boobs.